Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Keene Ice on this chilly February night for tonight's matchup between the Keene State Owls and the Southern New Hampshire University Penmen. I'm Griffin Melanson, joined tonight by Mr. Ryan Arson for tonight's matchup. Coming into the game, the Owls have a record of 9-10-1, with recently winning their last two games with a big comeback win against St. Anselm and then a dominant win against Franklin Pierce. Southern New Hampshire comes into the game 10-11-1, with most recently losing to St. Michael's 4-2 on Saturday. Ryan, who are some players we're going to have to look out for tonight's matchup?
Yeah, for the Penmen, I think it's going to start out with Brendan Lynch. He has 5 goals, 14 assists for 19 combined points on the year. He's by far their biggest contributor. And then on the Owls side, let's look at Thor Hansen. He had 2 goals the other night against Franklin Pierce, both on the power play. Went bar down on one of them. He's been on a little bit of a tear, 12 points on the season with 5 goals. So those are your 2 players that you need to watch tonight in this game.
Absolutely. We'll certainly keep an eye out for those 2 tonight. So that will do it for right now. We will be back here on the Owls Media Network following the national anthem for some first period action.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Welcome back to Keene Ice. Let's meet tonight's starting goaltenders. Starting in nets for the Penmen will be number 31, the sophomore, Sean Guerin from Chicago, Illinois. In 7 games played so far this season, Guerin's 0-5-0 with a 4.99 goals against average and a .837 save percentage. For the Owls, Ethan Swanson will begin his first start in net tonight. He so far has a 3.79 goals against average and a .912 save percentage. So the Owls will look to try again into the zone. It will be picked up by the Penmen. Sent in behind the net. Swanson stops. Leaves it for the defenseman. Owls trying to move it up. They'll throw it up to number 11, Chase Carney. Carney unable to get to the puck. Puck shot in on Swanson. Going to be picked up by number 2, Sean McBride. McBride tries to send it up. It's going to be met by number 4, Ryan Kaiser. Kaiser tries to send it in. Keene State able to briefly get it out, but it will be flipped back in by the Penmen. McBride trying to work it up out of the zone. It's going to kick out for a second, and here comes Keene State. That's going to be number 7, Peter Unger, hard on the forecheck. He's going to lay a big body, but it's going to be picked up behind the net by the Penmen. They're going to work it, try to get it out of the zone. Picked off by number 11, Chase Carney. Carney now with it in the corner, trying to work it, tries to slide it over to number 17, Marcus Christofides. Christofides still with the puck down the corner. He's going to slide out in front, but it's going to be poked away by Sean Guerin. Puck will kick out to the defenseman, Ryan Koschel. Koschel will send it down and around, and it looks like number 17, Marcus Christofides, is going to send that in and get a quick change. Koschel will put some brief pressure on, but slides off, and it's going to be picked up beyond the net by Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzalez slides up to Koschel. Koschel over to number 6, Shane Mazer. Mazer trying to work with it on the boards. He's going to try to send it back in. And there's going to be a hit by Thor Hansen along the boards. Picked up once again by Keene State. Gonzalez takes a spill in the corner, but it's met in by number 18, Thor Hansen. Hansen still with the puck, and that's going to be chipped away into the corner. It's going to be picked up by Nick Dallaire. Dallaire's going to chip it out, but it's going to be picked up by defenseman Sean Hoffman. Hoffman sends over Mazer. Mazer unable to get out, and Swanson's able to turn aside the shot for his first save of the game. Quick stretch pass all the way up to Corey Tunis. Tunis tries to get it off, unable to, and here come the Penmen the other way. Dropped off to the winger, and that shot is going to go wide of the net. Puck in the corner. Penmen with the shot, and that's going to go wide of the net. Here comes Keene State the other way, picked up by number 13, Luke Festa. Festa with a shot, and a save by Guerin as he's able to deny him 5-hole.
Yeah, something interesting we're going to have to look forward to. I know you briefly addressed the goalies at the beginning of the game, but we have 2 goalies in net tonight that really haven't seen the ice too much. You know, Ethan Swanson's only played in 3 games this year. He's only has 79 total ice minutes. You know, on the other side, Sean Guerin, he's 0-5. So it'll be interesting to see as the night goes on, like, which goalie can outperform the other one in the battle of kind of the backups here.
Absolutely. Keene State's going to try to put it back in. They're going to be able to, as that was number 13, Luke Festa, able to get deep into the zone. But the captain, Ethan Rodriguez, tries to work it up the boards for the Penmen, but it's met by number 3, Michael Vichetto. Vichetto trying to get it in. Fans on it. Payne Jones unable to help. That's going to be flipped high by Sean McBride into the Penmen zone. Adam Boucher now with the puck. Boucher skating up, trying to find some sort of seam, and that's just going to miss, and it's going to bounce over the stick of Lindholm for an icing. So we are going to go all the way back in to the Penmen zone.
Yeah, it's been a great deal of pressure here early on from both teams. They've both kind of gone back and forth here. They're kind of grappling for momentum. It's going to be interesting to see which team can score that first goal or get the first big momentum shift of this game.
Absolutely. First goal of the game is always an important one. Puts the pressure on early and also gives you that quick boost of momentum. We'll see who is able to do so here, but it looks like we have a whistle. We'll have to drop the puck one more time. Looks like there might have been someone that jumped a little too early. Having a quick meeting of the minds. See what they're blowing the whistle about. Obviously nothing too serious, so we'll get it back to gameplay here. Puck dropped, kicked around. Jones unable to find it, and here come the Penmen the other way. That's number 28, Adam Boucher. He tries to get it in, but is unable to. Picked off at the blue line, but it's offsides. Keene State has to tag up. Puck sent along the boards, number 20, Kyle Singleton. Singerland unable to hold on to it. Koschel chips it in, and it's going to be picked up behind the net by Kaiser. Kaiser drops it off to Dallaire. Dallaire slides it up to number 20, Kyle Singerland. Singerland sends it in, and it's going to be Declan House trying to get number 7, Tyler Murray, working with the puck behind the net. Penmen trying to find something, any sort of momentum here against the Owls early on in the game. Puck cycle low in the corner. They're going to bring it up, drop it off to the defenseman. Shot on net, but it never makes it as it's turned aside by the Keene State defenseman. Owls looking to get it out. No one there, and it's going to be picked up by Kaiser. Kaiser's going to send it wide of the net, but it kicks back out to the winger, number 22, Dylan Phillips. Phillips will send it back. Penman trying to get back in, but here come the Owls the other way. And good defensive play as Chase Carney has the stick lifted. Puck's going to bounce over the stick of Sean Hoffman, and it's going to go all the way in the zone. Hoffman picks up, wraps it around the boards to Christofides. Christofides tries to chip it up and over, and it's going to bounce behind number 18, Ryan Houle. Houle with the puck almost loses it as there was pressure applied there by number 7, Peter Unger. Christofides now with the puck, working it down the corner, trying to shake off the defenseman. He's going to slide up to Hoffman. Hoffman slides over Mazur with a shot just wide of the net. Christofides slides it down to Hoffman. Hoffman drops it back down to Unger. Unger working with the puck, tries to shoot him off along the boards, but it's going to be picked up by the Penmen the other way. But it's going to be redeflected to Mazur. Mazur's going to send it over to Carney. Carney skating along the wall, still with it in the corner, trying to drop it off. Tries to send it out in front. That looked like Marcus Christofides trying to make the move, unable to get it. Shot tip, and Guerin's going to hold on to it in the glove for the whistle.
Yeah, the Keene State Owls just put on a great deal of pressure right there. They've kind of taken a bit of the control in this game, especially on the offensive side. They've done a good job so far here early on, kind of protecting Ethan Swanson. One of the struggles you can have is, a goalie coming into a game where he hasn't played in a while and, just getting, shots thrown at him left and right. And they've done a good job clearing the puck out after any shots.
Absolutely. Thor Hansen now is going to work with the puck behind the net. He's going to send it up to the defenseman, Sean McBride. Puck bouncing around. Guerin was a little bit out of position there. Puck never makes it to the net. Slides it across, hits the side of the net. That was number 25, Corey Tumnus. McBride with the shot. And that, once again, never makes it to the net. Southern New Hampshire is able to block the shot. McBride with the shot, turned aside by Guerin. Guerin's going to block that one into the corner. Southern New Hampshire is going to send it up to the winger. They're going to try to get it in the zone, and it's going to be stopped behind the net by Ethan Swanson. Swanson's going to send it over to the defenseman. Pass intended for Corey Tumnus, unable to touch it, so we will have an icing on the Owls.
Yeah, and this will be the first big opportunity of the game for SNHU. Obviously you got some tired bodies out there for Keene State, so this will be a good opportunity for them if they want to kind of swing the momentum back in their direction.
Absolutely. So big face-off here for the Owls and the Penmen. It's going to be number 37, Austin Hirschenberger, taking the face-off for the Penmen. Swing on the ref to drop the puck, and he will, and it's going to be picked up by number 24, Jack Lindholm. Puck along the board, still bouncing around. That's going to go off Lindholm, but here come the Penmen, drops it over to Tumnus. Was intended for the Penmen defenseman, but Tumnus was able to pick it off. Owls trying to chip it into the zone. Hard on the forecheck, that was number 3, Michael Bichetto, but Payne Jones meets it right at the blue line. Bichetto's able to chip it around, and that's going to be number 13, Luke Festa, trying to get it. Jones able to hold it off. Bichetto sends it down the corner. Here comes Jones. Jones tries to send it over to Festa. Festa unable to hold on to it. Picked up, sent to Ryan Koschel. Koschel's shot's going to be tipped up into the netting for another whistle.
Yeah, Keene State's done another great job kind of getting more pressure on that net. It'll be interesting to see if Sean Guerin can kind of hold on to some more shots that come with rebounds or, something where he has to, change on a deflection.
Absolutely. So Joe Fontaine will take the face-off and he'll win it for the Owls. It pops out to Declan House. Declan House tries to send it down into the corner. House chips it down. Puck given. Back up. Backdoor shot pass, and it's a goal! Owls score with 12:32 left in the first period. Looks like that was number 26, Sean Gray, with the one-timer to tuck it in to give the Owls a 1-0 lead here.
Yeah, that was an absolutely beautiful play. He sets up around the backside of the net. Guerra doesn't see him. It just goes right across that crease. And it was just the easiest buried shot.
So the Owls will take a 1-0 lead almost 8 minutes into the first period. Penmen are going to try to respond, but it's Keene State that regains possession. Puck chipped over to Koschel. Koschel's going to chip it over to Carney. Carney's going to send it up into the bench. A little bit of a scrum. They're going to separate. So the goal scorer, Sean Gray, there's a little bit of a brother rivalry going tonight. His older brother, Jack Gray, is a center for the Southern New Hampshire University Penmen. He's a senior for the team. So, pretty cool if you are the Gray brothers tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is, too, is they came into this game both with 2 goals, 4 assists. So now Sean has the advantage over his older brother, which I don't know how that's going to go over at the next family dinner.
Absolutely not. Especially if Keene State gets the win, and there's definitely going to be a lot more bragging rights. That'd mean that the Owls would take the season series against the Penmen. Chase Carney's going to pick up the puck, try to chip it around the defenseman, but it's going to be picked up by Kaiser. Kaiser now working it behind the net for the Penmen. Tries to send it up, but it's picked up along the boards by Peter Unger. Unger sends it down. Carney unable to win it back. Penmen are going to take it the other way. But that's before Marcus Christofides picks it up and chips it in the zone. Kaiser sends it up, tries to hit Dylan Phillips. Phillips misses it. Christofides drops it off to Carney, or Thor Hansen, my apologies. Looked like Hansen might have blown an edge there. A little bit of a broken play. Guerin's going to hold on to the puck for the whistle.
Yeah, and that net popped out. We've seen that all year. It's kind of been like a weird situation. Doesn't really take too much. But Guerin had some good mind present there to just get the puck frozen when, there's just Owls surrounding him on all sides.
Absolutely. So we'll have a face-off in Guerin's zone. Hansen will take it for the Owls. Puck's never dropped. Brendan Lynch will be taking it for the Penmen. Lynch is going to be able to win it back, and he's going to be picked up by Brian McLaughlin. McLaughlin's unable to get it out. Brendan Lynch is now working with it. He's going to send it up to Anthony Marchant. It's going to be sent in behind the net of Swanson. Penmen working for it. Both the Owls trying to get it out. It's going to kick out to number 25, Corey Toon. This shot turned aside by Ethan Swanson. He's going to send that one into the corner. Puck comes back out in the slot. Looks like Swanson might have been able to get a paddle on it. That one's going to be kicked out, and the Owls are going to send it in to the other zone. And I believe there was an icing on the play, so we'll have a face-off back to Swanson's left.
Yeah, and this is going to be kind of one of those points for the Penmen, see if they can get back in this game kind of early. You go down by 1 goal, you don't want to make it 2. There's still a good amount of time in this period to swing the momentum before the end.
Absolutely, and that's a shot by the captain, Ethan Rodriguez. But Ethan Swanson is able to best him on this one and turn it aside. Rodriguez picks it up again. He's going to take it over the blue line, taking it down the sidewall, looking for something out front. Keene State defenseman's going to get a stick on it, and it's going to be the Owls coming the other way. It's number 13, Luke Fessa, dumping it in deep. Puck kicked out behind. Owls still working with it. They're going to send it up to Perrier. Perrier with the shot. It's wide of the net. Owls still working with it. Penmen applying the body now, trying to get the puck loose. It's going to be picked up behind the net by Bushy. Bushy unable to hold on to it. Puck comes back to Bushy, but Fessa's going to be able to get there first. Fessa's going to drop it down, but it's going to be picked off by Marchant, and we are going to have a whistle.
Yeah, Keene State's done a good job of just keeping the pressure up here. Not literally taking their foot off the gas. You're only up by 1. We saw a good shot there by Perrier, went wide, almost had that. That would have been a nice goal to have, but, just keeping up that pressure, keeping up that momentum.
Absolutely, and here come the Penmen the other way. Puck's going to be picked up by Cal Singleton. Singleton's just going to chip it around. Joe Fontaine's going to pick it up for the Owls. Owls are going to try to break it out of the zone. Here they come the other way. Chipped up, picked up by the captain, Nick Dallaire. Owls pick it off. Declan House now trying to make a move. He's going to send it off to the Keene State winger. And it's going to be number 4, Ryan Kaiser, that lays out to get it away. And here come the Penmen the other way. Tyler Murray coming down, slides it across, and they miss the net. That was number 5, Jack Gray, the older brother of Keene State goal scorer Sean Gray, unable to capitalize and even up the game. Puck still bouncing around. Keene State's going to get it, and they're just going to try to chip it into the far corner. It's going to be picked up by defenseman Brian McLaughlin. McLaughlin's going to send it up to number 12 for the Penmen. He's going to rip it off the glass, and here come the Owls the other way. Peter Unger now working over the blue line. Unger still with the puck. Bringing it around, tries to throw out in front. Carney tries to get a shot off. Unable to. Ryan Pompicelli will pick it up. He's going to send it around. Owls still working with it. Carney now with the puck. And Carney looks like he's going to get tripped up. The whistles are going to stay down. No whistle. Puck slides up to Hoffman. Hoffman rips a shot. Guerin's able to turn it aside. But it's Keene State that picks it up. Tries to work it over to Unger. Unger has the puck chipped around him. And here come the Penmen the other way. Coleman Nee is going to chip it in. Swanson's going to stop it beyond the net. Puck wrapped around. And it's going to be picked up by Shane Mazur. Mazur is able to hit Kyle Gonzalez on the far side. Gonzalez is going to send it down. Puck bounces off the stick of number 17, Marcus Christofides, and we are going to have a whistle as it looks like the net has been knocked off.
Yeah, and that happened earlier. It's been happening all season. Kind of breaks up play sometimes. Looked like the Owls had a good opportunity there to get some movement going on in their zone. They just couldn't beat.
Absolutely, Owls definitely starting to apply some pressure here. Thor Hansen didn't take the face-off against Brendan Lynch. Puck kicks out to Sean McBride. McBride's able to slap it away, but it's going to be picked up by Brendan Lynch. Brendan Lynch coming over the blue line, still working it wide. He's going to hit a little aggressive curve, send it out in front, and big save by Swanson as he's able to deny the Penmen opportunity as Stone Devlin was just stoned by Ethan Swanson.
Yeah, that was a great chance right there. Swanson made a great save on that one. Had to go down into the splits, but still had a great opportunity and made that great save.
So a big save by Swanson here in the first period to allow the Owls to keep the 1-0 lead. Puck bouncing back, and Lynch is going to be able to win it, but it's going to be Keene State that picks up behind their net, and here they come with a head of steam. Going to chip it in. That's going to be Thor Hansen, first one on the puck, trying to get it behind the net. Puck kicks back out. That's going to be a Penman puck there coming the other way. Stone Devlin now trying to get revenge on Swanson. Sends it out in front. Swanson's going to hold on to it as it looked like number 26, Brendan Lynch, was able to get a piece of it.
Yeah, and Swanson strung together a couple of impressive saves here as SNHU started to pick up the pressure a bit. But if you're SNHU, you're doing the right thing right now. You're putting a lot of good opportunities on net. You're testing Swanson out. He hasn't really seen much ice time. So this is a great opportunity for them, especially having a face-off in their own zone.
Absolutely. Shadow will win the draw. He chipped up just around Peyton Jones. Buchetto's going to be the first one with the puck hard on it. He's going to chip it around the defender. Peyton Jones sends out in front. No one home. Declan House is not going to be able to handle it. And it's going to be a good step there by Ryan Koschel. Puck once again fired in, picked up along the boards. It's going to be Connor Ball. Payne Jones now is going to send it back into the Owl zone. Declan House is going to send it over to Ryan Koschel, regroup, try to find a better seam to get out. Pass intended for Payne Jones. Jones just chipping it around. Going to pick it up in the corner. Jones still working for it. Tries to set it up, but Shane Mazur is still just a little bit too far out of the zone. So Luke Fest is going to dump that in on a Guerin. Guerin's going to play it over to the defenseman, Nick Dallaire. Dallaire's going to send it up to Jack Gray. Jack Gray turns it over, but it comes back out to the Laird. Kaiser sends it up to number 20, Kyle Singerland. Singerland's going to tip that in. Sean Hoffman's going to try to chip it around the Penmen winger, but the puck will go up into the netting. So we will have a face-off. 2 Swansons left with 6:13 remaining in the first.
Yeah, and I think both teams right now are kind of in a mindset that whoever gets this goal is going to really be able to take control of this game. If SNHU can get this game back tied up 1-1, you know, they're going to have that opportunity going in that second period with the momentum. But if Keene can get that 2-0 lead, they can really start putting that pressure on SNHU here. And SNHU is going to have to start generating some sort of offense.
Most definitely. We've seen Southern New Hampshire sort of kind of pick up the pace a little bit. Seems as though they have possibly lost the bus legs a little bit and been playing a little bit more pressure. Ethan Swanson's been a little more busy here down at his side of the ice. Puck's going to be chipped back up, and it's going to be rifled in by the Penmen defenseman, Brian McLaughlin. But Keene State's going to pick it up, chip it across, sauce over to Sean Gray, the goal scorer. Gray sends it across, and Keene State's going to be unable to capitalize since Gray was looking for Mikey Collette. And Guerin knocks the post off its bearings, so we will have a whistle in the Penmen zone.
Yeah, and that's the third time it's now come undone in that end. It's kind of killed a couple good plays here by Keene, a couple good zone entries by them as well. So we'll interesting to see like if that keeps continuing throughout the game or.
Absolutely. Chase Carney now standing in for the Owls, and it looks like he is going to get kicked out. So we'll have Marcus Christofides standing against Coleman E. Christofides wins it back. Peter Unger now with it. Missouri's able to keep it in. Missouri's going to send it down into the corner for Peter Unger. Unger now working with it back up to Missouri. Missouri with a shot. Tipped wide of the net. Unger's the first one to it. He's going to send it back up to Hoffman. Hoffman now with a low shot. Tries to find Christofides. Christofides sends it out front. Big save by Guerin. And the net will be knocked off once again. So the Owls applying the pressure, able to get a good shot off, but denied by Sean Guerin. And then the net bumps off once more for another whistle. Carney will be taking the draw against me once more. Puck's going to be bounced out, and it's going to be picked up by defenseman Ryan Houle. Houle tries to wrap it around the boards, and he'll be able to. Puck's picked up by number 24, Jack Lindholm. Lindholm spins around with it. Still with the puck, he's going to send it over to his defensive partner, Sean McBride. And it looks like the Owls will be knocked off the puck as Peter Unger was bumped off. Puck now in the far corner. Owls trying to skate out. That's Marcus Christofides now taking it behind Swanson. Christofides still working with the puck. Unable to chip it around. It's now 3 Penmen on him. Adam Bushy with it. Turns it over to Christofides. Christofides sends it into the Owl zone, or to the Penmen zone. Owls going to get a quick change. But here comes Bushy now. He's going to send it over to his defensive partner, Ethan Rodriguez sends it in. And it's going to be turned aside. The Owls are now breaking it out, making a couple moves along the boards. Pass intended for Corey Tumnus, but it's going to be picked off by Ryan Kaiser. Kaiser now with the puck along the blue. But it's Keene State the other way. Puck dropped off to Corey Tumnus. Tumnus with a shot. Saved by Garrett. And the rebound's picked up, and it's Thor Hansen that's able to tap it in above the glove of Guerin to give the Owls a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that was just an awesome play there by Keene State. You get that 2-on-1, and then you got Thor Hansen coming in from behind to pick up the loose change. And it's just a nice finish over the top shoulder of Guerin. And now Keene State has all the momentum they want right now, up 2-0. Can't take your foot off the gas, but you can start to feel comfortable in this game and kind of keep easing your way into it.
Absolutely. Big goal there by Thor Hansen as he was able to come in as the third man high and pick up the rebound. So now the Owls with a 2-0 lead. Penmen will be looking to come back and answer. Puck kicked out to Koschel. Koschel will slide that over to his defensive partner, Declan House. Declan House will try to slide it up. Owls still with it. Puck along the boards. Kick back out, Penmen with it. Jack Gray tried to send it in. Puck kicks back out. It's going to be Brian McLaughlin that's going to send it in. And the puck's going to be picked off. Here comes number 13, Luke Festa. Festa tries to skate around, and he's going to be stopped along the boards. Puck picked up behind the net by Adam Bushy. Bushy tries to send it up to Tyler Murray. Murray unable to handle it. It's going to be picked up by Hoffman. Hoffman's going to send it the length of the ice. And we are going to have an icing on Keene State.
Yeah, and this is a big moment here for SNHU. The period's kind of dying down. You know, you'll have an opportunity here with tired skaters on the ice for Keene if you can get the face-off off and kind of set something up. Get yourself a goal, get yourself back into this game, get yourself, you know, reset. Like you said, the bus legs kind of get to you. It seemed like they were wearing off for a minute, and then, you know, Keene State came in with another big goal there.
Absolutely. It'll be a big 3 minutes here for the Penmen, see how they respond, if they're able to hold off Keene or if they're able to chip one back in. But let's see. Puck's going to be chipped out. Luke Festa stands up to it. Puck still loose. It's going to be the captain, Declan House, with the shot on Garen. Garen's going to elect to glove it and hold on. So number 16, Joe Fontaine, will be taking the face-off against Brendan Lynch for the Penmen. Just waiting for the ref to drop it, and it looks like Lynch will be booted out of the draw. So it will be number 21, Stone Devlin filling in. Devlin will win it back. Puck chip to Lynch. Lynch tries to send it up to Marchant. Puck still bouncing around. Keene State's going to send it to the far side. Hoffman's going to try to send it up, but is going to send it the length of the ice for an icing. Looked like the pass was intended for number 16, Joe Fontaine.
Yeah, and this is another thing we just talked about, you know, those icings. They're going to start helping SNHU out here towards the end of this period. If SNHU can try to find something to get themselves going. Keene State's given them the opportunity a couple times now in the past minute, too.
Absolutely. Southern New Hampshire now with the puck in the zone. Coming down, trying to wrap it around, loses the puck. That was number 21, Stone Devlin. Owls coming the other way. Here comes number 26, Sean Gray. Gray's going to send it on goal, and Garen's going to hold on to it. So we will have a face-off once again in the Penmen zone.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of the extracurricular activities starting here. SNHU's a little frustrated. Keene State's can't let themselves get too cocky here, a little too arrogant.
Absolutely. So face off in the zone for the Penmen, and it's going to be picked up by Bushy. Bushy's going to send it the length of the ice, and that is going to go the other way for an icing. So now we will have another face off to Bushy's, or my apologies, to Garen's right. Chase Carney will line up for the draw against Coleman Knee. Knee's going to win it. It's going to be picked up by Ethan Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to send it, and the pass was intended for number 23, Connor Ball. Ball unable to hold on to it. Puck now coming the other way for the Owls. Chase Carney's going to chip it around. He finds Peter Unger. Unger slides out in front. Big save by Garen as he was able to drop the pad in front of that puck and turn it aside. Ethan Rodriguez now working hard for it in the corner, but Garen's just going to put a glove on a loose puck. Big save there by Garen. That could have dug the Penmen a big hole there, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Garen had to go into the full splits to make that save. That's a big moment for him there, right? Because Keene State is really could have put this game, you know, deep out of reach so early on in this game. A 3-0 lead would be very hard to come back even after the first period.
Absolutely. Thor Hansen will lose the draw. It looks like we have a whistle. It may have hit someone on the Southern New Hampshire bench. I personally think it could have just hit the foam protector on the corner. But either way, we'll have a face-off back in the Southern New Hampshire zone. Jack Gray will take the face off of Southern New Hampshire. He's going to lose it. Shot on goal. Guerin's going to punch that one aside. Tyler Murray's going to pick it up. Bumped out. Number 12, Ryan Pompicelli's going to send it across, but the Owls are going to pick it up, but turn it over. Pompicelli now with the puck. He's going to take a shot, and Swanson's going to hold on to it for the whistle.
Yeah, and Swanson's looked really comfortable here as the period's gone on. He's had some good shots put on him. He's made some pretty good saves. The defense has done a good job clearing it out of the zone and not having to have to deal with extra shots, extra rebounds, and extra zone time.
Absolutely. Ethan Swanson so far has looked pretty calm, cool, and collected in goal as he's faced 9 shots so far. Chase Carney's going to win that back to the captain, Declan House. House is going to take it around the net, pick it back up along the blue line, puck along the feet, and it's going to be picked back up, puck slide over, and that's going to go off the stick of Brian McLaughlin, and that's going to go up into the netting for a whistle.
Yeah, and Keene State has had some good opportunities to extend this lead even to 3 goals. Chris Afidi's had a good opportunity, wide open shot, but just got a little bit too much on it, sent it wide over the net.
Face off in the zone. Carney's going to lose that, and now it's going to be the Southern New Hampshire Penmen going the other way. Puck slid up to number 13, Kurt Watson. Watson with the shot. Swanson's going to turn it aside, and that's going to be knocked off its post, and we will have a whistle. So once again, Ethan Swanson making saves when you need him to.
Yeah, I mean, that was another good opportunity for SNHU, and you know, the more he makes saves, the more he makes really good saves and good opportunities are squandered, the more you're going to get frustrated on that bench, and it's going to be harder to even get those opportunities because you're not going to be playing up to your standard.
Absolutely. Penmen will win the draw. That's going to be number 21, Stone Devlin, coming around. He's going to send it around the net. Puck's going to be picked up by Peyton Jones. Jones fighting for it. Puck sent back up, redirected, but it goes wide. As it looked like number 21, Devlin got a stick on it. Devlin's going to send it down to Marchant. Puck still there. Marchant with the shot, or my apologies, Devlin, but it's going to be Swanson that's able to eat that one up right in the stomach for another whistle.
Yeah, and that's just another comfortable save. Nice and easy, gentle. Not too hard of a shot, but Swanson looks good, making another big save.
So we'll have a face-off to Swanson's right with 40 seconds left in the period. Fontaine will be taking the draw against Lynch. Lynch is going to win it back. Shot on goal by Kaiser, but that one's turned aside. Pass picked up in front by the Owls. Here they come the other way. Puck slide across to Hoffman. Hoffman now with it, unable to hold on to it. He's just going to chip it back into the corner. Sean Gray's going to pick it up. Gray sending it around. Back up to Hoffman. Hoffman with the shot, but that's going to be a big block by number 19, Nick Dallaire. That's going to go up into the netting for a whistle.
Yeah, that was a big block there. Another opportunity for Keene State. Another good shot, but obviously denied there. But Keene, 17 seconds left in this period. They're going to have an opportunity to set something up here in their own offensive zone.
Hansen's going to take the draw against number 7, Austin Hertzberger. Puck's down behind the Penmen goalie. It's going to be picked up by number 10, Brian McLaughlin. McLaughlin tries to send it in, but unable to. Puck goes back. Penmen are going to hold on to it for the end of this period, and that will do it for the first period. So after one period of play, the Keene State Owls lead the Southern New Hampshire University Penmen 2-0. Sean Guerin so far has made 12 saves, and Ethan Swanson's turned aside all 11 shots he's seen. We'll be back here on the Owls Media Network for some second period action coming up soon.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, Yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season! The confetti is going to fall. There she goes, and she's got it!
How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport!
We are Keene State. Here, we believe that everyone is welcome and anything is possible.
We're empowering your unique voice.
Igniting potential and possibility.
Look closer. We are a tight-knit community, an inclusive community, where people can be their true selves. Bring your ability, background, culture, or traditions, whatever makes you you.
Because Keene State becomes home from day one. Come find your people and enjoy live music, art, coffee, thrifting, and did we mention the food? And if you're worried about what there is to do on the weekend, just look at this.
Everything we do here is about community.
Because we're a community of intense learners.
With extraordinary hearts.
That raise each other up.
We are fueled by each other's successes.
Learning outside the classroom as well as in.
And we're here to provide the guidance and support you need to succeed.
All right, let's get hands-on.
In the lab.
In the studio.
In the pool.
On the dance floor.
On the stage.
The choices are yours, the opportunities are here.
Here at Keene State College, we're focused on teaching students the skills for an ever-changing world.
I'm ready to tackle problems with industry-ready skills.
You'll get a resume that writes itself, and
a paycheck that earns.
Elevated confidence.
World-class courage.
And we never stop learning.
True learning takes collaboration.
We explore what drives our passions.
Celebrate our individual voices.
And spark possibility together.
Every single student, every single day.
You already have what it takes. Welcome to Keene State.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/nh.
My name is Wei Liu, and I am the professor of computer science here at Keene State College. Cybersecurity has a pretty high demand in the job market. It's gonna have a variety of career paths. So graduating in cybersecurity, they can be employed by government agencies, private corporations, and non-profit organizations. Cybersecurity is really a field with constantly emerging new technologies. So students keep learning new stuff and adapt to new technologies to solve the problems. Cyber attacks has become more and more common. The students in this field, they can help to protect the individuals and organizations, or even national security against the cyber threats in the cyberspace, so they can make some positive impact in our society. After students graduate in a major of cybersecurity from Keene State College, and the job work they can do is, for example, they can do information security analysis, and they can do the cybersecurity auditor, and they can do secure software developer, and also they can do some penetration tester work. So so all of this is about cybersecurity because it's actually used everywhere and in any working space. Yeah.
Looking for a new car? It's time to visit New Car Nissan of Keene. 600 new Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs are available right now. Plus, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. Every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. Drive worry-free for many miles to come. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
So when I ask students why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kim Laufer, and I teach in social media. We find that there are so many jobs available in social media management, in social media analytics, in public relations. Everybody is looking for someone who can do social media, who can help them create a strategy and measure whether that strategy is working. In the social media major, you'll learn how to create effective content. You'll learn how to analyze content and make sure that the goals that you're trying to reach are being met. So the new social media major is going to help students learn how to build content that's appropriate for all different types of social media, whether it's TikTok or LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. You're going to learn how to create videos, create photos, and create post content. The social media major is designed to give you a well-rounded experience that pulls from a lot of different disciplines, including business and art, computer science, and journalism. So the goal of our social media major is to give you the experience that you're going to need to go out and do social media for yourself, for small businesses, for nonprofit organizations, healthcare, journalism, whatever you're interested in.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
I worked in HVAC when I was in high school, and I really liked being on a job site. When Keene State came to my high school, the admissions counselor told me I could have a job on a job site and also make a difference on people's lives. He said being a safety engineer meant I could work with my hands, but also make sure that everybody was going to be home safely at the end of the day. The safety field is growing rapidly because companies are noticing that keeping their workers healthy means that they can keep their workers working. My plan is to graduate from Keene State so I can get back onto a job site as a safety engineer. It's great because there's jobs to choose from all over the United States, so I can basically go anywhere I want. Keene State is giving me the tools to make that happen.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty on no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at FentonDealerships.com.
And welcome back to Keene Ice for some second period action. I'm Griffin Melanson, joined here again by Ryan Arson. The Keene State Owls currently lead the Southern New Hampshire University Penmen 2-0, with the first goal coming from freshman number 26, Sean Gray, and then number 18, freshman as well, Thor Hansen.
Yeah, and we talked about Thor Hansen in the pregame. He had a big 2 goals against Franklin Pierce. He puts another one in. That's his 3rd goal in 2 games. He's been a big part of this little bit of a win streak that Keene State's been on. I know they say that two wins is nothing, but hey, 2's a streak. So hopefully they can keep that up, keep that pressure and momentum forward, and make it a 3-game streak here tonight.
Absolutely. And as for goaltenders, we saw the visiting goalie, Sean Guerin, turn aside 12 to 14 shots. And then the Owls goaltender, Ethan Swanson, stop all 11 he saw. Puck's going to be sent in. Swanson's going to show off the soccer skills, kick it back out to the stick, and he's going to send it up along the boards. Big hit there by number 12, Ryan Pompaselli. And that's a good way to set the tone, but Swanson's going to hold on to the puck, and the whistle's going to blow.
Yeah, that was a massive hit right there. That's a good thing for SNHU. Some clean, good, solid hit right in front of your bench. Get your guys a little bit more motivated down by 2 here.
Absolutely. Owls are going to pick it up, and it's going to be sent up to Collette, and that's another hit. Joe Fontaine on the receiving end of this one. Puck's going to be sent back to Lindholm, all the way back down to Swanson. Swanson's going to send it behind him back to Lindholm. Lindholm's going to send it over to McBride. McBride's going to send it up back over to Lindholm. Lindholm's going to take up over the red line. He's going to send it in on Guerin. Puck bouncing around, loose in front. No one ever there to get anything on it. Owls unable to capitalize, but the puck still picked up behind the net. As that looked like it was number 18, number 11, Chase Carney. Puck picked back up. Here comes Unger. Unger with a shot. Turned aside by Guerin. It's a goal! Chase Carney's able to pick up the rebound and tuck it home. 1 minute and 1 second into the second period. The Owls take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and SNHU really tried to come out here early on in this period with that physicality. They were laying some big hits, but when you try to lay big hits and you miss them, you start to get sloppy, and they kind of hung Guerin out to dry there, and he wasn't able to get back up in time. No one was there in his crease, so it was a pretty easy goal there for Carney. Just buried it wide open net.
Absolutely. So now the Owls up 3 early here in the second period. Kyle Gonzalez is going to try to send that in, unable to, but Thor Hansen's going to pick it up and wrap it into the other side. Corey Tumnus is going to drop it back now. It's going to be picked up by the captain, Declan House. House still working with it low in the corner. He's going to send it back up. Shot on goal, just above Guerin. Puck's going to be picked up once again by the Owls, but missed. Now it's going to be number 22, Dylan Phillips. Phillips sends it out to number 13, Kurt Watson. Watson's going to chip it around Ryan Kolschel. Swanson's going to chip it down to the corner. Watson's still looking for it. Watson's going to get tripped up, and we're going to have a whistle. And it looks like the Owls will go on the penalty kill as number 25, Corey Tumnus, is going to skate to the box for a slash. Definitely not happy about that one as he takes his angers out on the penalty box glass.
Yeah, and this is an important moment here for SNHU. You know, you're down here by 3 early on in this second period. You need something. This is the first power play we're going to see tonight from either side, and this is where this is important for them. You know, they need some sort of offensive, contribution here. They need a goal before Keene scores another one.
Absolutely. So a lot of pressure here on this power play to form good, and it looks like Connor Perry is now going into the box. So must have missed a call there, but the puck's kicked out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin with it. He's going to send it up. And shot turned aside by Ethan Swanson. Owl's going to send the length of the ice, and it's going to be McLaughlin picking it up for the Penmen. Coleman Nee now with it. He's going to start to break up the boards. And he's still with it, coming across the red line. Chase Carney now sticks out stick, unable to connect. Pompiselli's going to send it up to Bushy. Bushy slides it over. Shot turned aside. Puck out to Pompiselli. Now Coleman Nee with it. He's going to bring it back. Bushy now with it. Shot blocked by number 9, Sean Hoffman. Big hit by Chase Carney. And Coleman Nee is down in some pain. So we will have a stoppage of play.
Yeah, and Keene State looks pretty good here early on the penalty kill. They've kept that puck away from Ethan Swanson. They've kept those shots away, and that's been good here for them. Now we're down to about a minute left in it, so SNHU's got to start getting a little bit more frantic here. To score a goal or get something moving, especially down here 3-0.
Absolutely. And it looks like one of their top players, Coleman Nee, has gone down with a shoulder injury. Looks like he's all right, but he is going to go walk off the bench for the time being. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on, as he's the center for their top line. 7 points so far in 22 games played this season. 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining on the Penmen power play. So Bichette will now take the draw against Brendan Lynch. And puck's going to go all the way down to Guerin. Guerin's going to stop it behind the net, and he's going to send it over to Kaiser. Here come the Penmen now. This is number 21, Stone Devlin, coming up with some speed. Devlin still with the puck, trying to get towards the middle. He's going to send it across to Kurt Watson. Watson now with the puck, drops it back down. Penmen still with it, back up to Watson. Watson with the shot, just wide of the net of Swanson. Kaiser steps down, he's able to pinch on the puck. Kaiser with it, he's trying to come around. Kaiser still looking, surveying the land, trying to find a pass. Still holding on to it, going to drop down to Watson. Watson's going to try to slide over. Backdoor pass, saved by Swanson as he's able to slide over and stop that as they hit the Keene State College right in the middle of his jersey.
Yeah, Ethan Swanson, another big save here. He just read that perfectly well, slid himself over, and was just able to suck up that puck as it was coming in.
So the Owls with 31 seconds here left to kill off. Taking the draw for the Penmen will be Lynch. And we're going to have a stoppage to play as it looked like number 5, Jack Gray, got a little too antsy and jumped the gun. Looked like brother Sean Gray may have said something to him to get him the jump. Penmen now with the puck, still with it. Working it across, here comes Kaiser. He's going to send that back down to number 21, Devlin. Devlin over, and the shot wide as that was number 13, Kurt Watson with the shot. 10 seconds remaining on the Owls penalty kill. Southern New Hampshire has time for one last quick rush. They're going to drop to the side, and the puck is going to go above the net, up into the netting for a whistle. So Keene State's able to kill off the penalty.
Yeah, that was a huge thing for Keene State. You know, they've preserved their 3-0 lead here, especially early on, you know, in this third period. Now SNHU's got to go back on even strength in order to score a goal.
Yep, so Keene State definitely making the Penmen's life a little more difficult. Hirschberger will take the draw for the Penmen, and it looks like we'll have a whistle, and we'll try it again with the whole face-off thing. Switching the sides of the wingers. Hirschberger once again taking the draw for the Penmen. Puck looks going to be picked up by the Owls. Declan House loses it along the board, but it's Ryan Kolschel that's going to get it. Bodies flying everywhere in the corner right now. Puck sent up, shot wide of the net of Swanson. Going to be brought back out by number 18, Ryan Houle. Houle's going to send that one in. Declan House now with the puck. He's going to send it over to Kolschel. Kolschel's going to rip it around the boards. It's going to be kept in by Adam Bushy. Bushy sends it down the House. House sends it right back up along the boards. Puck turned over by Keene State. Shot on goal and turned aside by Swanson as Jack Gray was able to get a shot on net. Here come the Owls the other way. Chase Carney now working a 2-on-1. He's going to try to slide it across. Unable to reach the player, and we're going to have a stoppage of play as the Keene State forward crashed in to Sean Guerin. So Keene State starting to try to apply a little bit of pressure here. Early in the shot category right now, 16-12. But Southern New Hampshire has been able to work it around the top of the zone. Seems a little bit easier these last couple of minutes. So curious to see how Keene State's going to have to adjust. Because the Penmen have been doing well on the forecheck and starting to generate a couple more shots here, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're kind of in that desperate mindset. Keene State's kind of trying to relax a little bit. You know, you don't want to relax too much. You want to keep that offensive pressure up, but SNHU's taking advantage of it right now.
Absolutely. Shot's going to be turned aside by Sean Guerin. Going to send it out in front. No one home. Puck's going to be picked up by Kyle Singerland. Singerland's going to send it back, and it's going to be Ryan Kaiser with it. He's going to send it up off the glass. Puck's going to bounce out to Murray. Murray now fighting for it. He's going to try to work it along the blue line, but it's going to be Gray who gets it. Fontaine and Gray now are going to come in on the goal. and it's going to be Fontaine that picks it up, but he's going to drop it. Jack Gray, the older brother of Keene State forward Sean Gray, is going to pick it up. He tries to send it up to number 7, Tyler Murray. Unable to connect. Jones is going to send it back to Missouri. Missouri's going to chip it back up to number 13, Festa. Luke Festa chips it in, but unable to connect. Tyler Murray now for the Penmen sends it over to Jack Gray. Jack Gray takes it over the blue. He's going to chip it around him. It's going to be picked up by number 24, Jack Lindholm. Jack Lindholm sends it over to Sean Hoffman. Hoffman now working it up the boards. Picked up by number 21, Stone Devlin, but turned over, and Sean Hoffman's able to meet it at the blue line and take it in. Dylan Phillips now almost turns it over. Puck bounces out in front of the net. No one's there to pick it up. Owls now. Peyton Jones with the shot turned aside by Guerin. Bachetto now trying to send it deep into the zone. Jones able to pick it up on the second effort. And that pass is just going to miss number 13, Kurt Watson. And that's going to go the length of the ice for an icing.
Yeah, Keene State's done a good job here now putting the pressure back on SNHU. They did a good job on the forecheck right there. Now they got an icing, and, you got tired bodies out there if you're SNHU, and, you're hungry for more goals here if you're Keene State.
Absolutely. So Keene State will have a draw against some tired legs here for the Penmen. Devlin will lose the draw. Puck bouncing around. It's going to be Watson that takes it, slides it over to number 10, Brian McLaughlin. And we're going to have a whistle. It's going to be a hand pass on Southern New Hampshire. It looks like that was number 27, Anthony Marchant, that was throwing it around in the offensive zone. So face off here for Thor Hansen. He will be taking the draw against Brendan Lynch. Brendan Lynch so far in 22 games has 19 points for the Penmen. Puck bouncing around. It's going to be Marchant that's going to send it in. Swanson's going to let it go over to number 2, Sean McBride. McBride's going to try to send it up the wall, but it's going to be met by Adam Bushy. McBride once again will try to get it up. Gonzalez chips it to Hansen. Hansen tries to chip it up and over, but is unable to. Marchant picks it up. He hits the brakes. Puck sent down low. Stepped up was McBride. Puck chipped around Gonzalez. Sent down front, no one there. Owls slowing down the pace. Gonzalez will hit it back, and he will look to clear it out. Unable to. Puck turned over, shot on goal, and it's Swanson with the glove and the save.
Yeah, and as this game's gone on, it looks like Swanson's become more and more comfortable inside his own net. He's made a lot of good glove saves here tonight. A lot of shots that kind of just flown right into him, but he's done a good job handling the puck, making smart decisions, managing the game.
Absolutely. Hirschenberger will win the draw back. It's going to be sent up to Kaiser. Kaiser with a shot. That's going to go wide of the net, but it's going to be Jackson Aldrich that's hard on the puck. He's going to get there first. Connor Ball tries to send it out in front, goes back over to Kaiser. Kaiser sends it to Hirschenberger. Hirschenberger will turn it over, but Kaiser's going to backhand it all the way into the Owl zone, but Declan House is going to set up to Pete Unger. Now here comes Marcus Christofidi. He's dangerous with the puck, but so is an Unger. Unger now working with it. He's going to drop it off to Declan House. House coming in. He has a clear lane, and he misses the net. Chase Carney now is going to wrap it around. It's going to be picked up by House once again. House is going to send it down into the zone. Owls working with it. Pete Unger now. Christofides coming around the top. He has a shot. Puck still loose, and it's a goal! That looks like it was number 7, Peter Unger, who's able to put it in to give the Owls a 4-0 lead here, almost halfway through the second period.
Yeah, that was a great goal. Another opportunity there where Sean Guerin just looks kind of like hung out to dry by his teammates in that net. That's the 3rd rebounding goal we've had here tonight. Peter Unger, just another opportunity where it's just wide open net, and he's able to just put it away.
So Keene State, with that goal, now leads Southern New Hampshire 4-0. The Owls have been able to put home rebounds tonight, and the Owls almost with another chance, but it's going to be taken by Coleman Nee, who's back into the game. Puck still bouncing around, fronted by Swanson. Mike Collette's going to chip that up to Luke Festa. Festa coming down. He sends out in front. And and a save by Garrett, but it's going to be waved off. Play was whistled dead. Looked like the puck may have been bouncing around, but the ref blew the whistle. So big break there if you're Sean Guerin in the Southern New Hampshire Penmen.
Yeah, that was another rebounding issue here for SNHU. They're lucky they caught a break with the interference call, but you know, they seem to not just be able to help him clear that puck out when he makes a save. And you know, Keene State's been feasting on it all night. Almost picked up their 4th rebounding goal.
Absolutely. So now we'll just wait for an explanation. Looks like Coach Roderick isn't too pleased about this call. So we'll see. And here we go. Looks like things are all situated. Mike Bichetta will take the draw. Payne Jones will send it back up to number 10. Connor Perrier. Perrier will just send that into the zone. Puck still bouncing around. Jones sends it up to Missouri. Missouri with a shot. That one turned aside. Puck bouncing around. Bichetta will pick it up. He's going to send that one into the zone. Here comes Keene State on the forecheck. Puck's going to be kept in by Connor Perrier. Puck still bouncing around. Bichetta's going to step up into it. Puck high up in the air. Puck bouncing around. Chipped in on Swanson. Swanson's going to cover it with the glove for the whistle.
Yeah, Coach Rodrigue was not happy in that last call. He was trying to, it looked as though he was trying to persuade the referees to give them a holding call. Something we can't really read his lips from over here, but you know, it was a missed opportunity there for Keene State, questionable call, but SNHU is the one that catches the break at the end of it.
Absolutely. Could have definitely been a premature whistle, but we'll never know. Puck bouncing around. It's going to be picked up by Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to try to send it out in front. No one there. It's going to be picked up by Ryan Houle, but Houle's going to turn it over. And now it's going to be Ethan Rodriguez that's going to pick it up, send it around. Puck sent up all the way, and it's going to send number 24, Jack Lenholm, the length of the ice for a whistle.
Yeah, we're right about halfway in this game. You know, SNHU's down here by 4. I would say that by the end of this period, they need to get some sort of goal.
Absolutely. Keene State has started to apply more of the pressure this period. Southern New Hampshire has not been able to get as many quality scoring chances as the Owls, as majority of the shots have been right at Ethan Swanson's chest. Puck's going to be chipped around. This is going to be number 12, Brian Pompicelli. Pompicelli's going to turn it over. Puck's going to be sent up the length of the ice, still bouncing around. Peter Unger's going to pick it up, tries to make a move at the blue. He's going to be able to chip it around. It's going to be number 11, Chase Carney. Carney leaves it for Unger. Unger's able to slide over to Carney. Carney tries to send it up to Jack Lindholm, just out of the reach. So Ethan Swanson's going to come out of his net and play it. He's going to drop it off to Sean McBride. McBride now working with the puck. And it's going to be chipped up by Pete Unger. Puck still bouncing around. Now Carney sends it over to Christofides. Christofides takes over the blue line, makes a move, gets himself into a corner, tries to chip it around, fans on the pass. Puck's going to bounce out to number 7, Tyler Murray. Murray's going to turn it over to Coleman Nee. Coleman Nee now working with it down the corner, but Captain Declan House is able to step up. Owls still with the puck. Christofides sends the sauce over to Ryan Koschel. Koschel with a shot right into the shin guards of Brian McLaughlin. And here come the Penmen there trying to get something going. Declan House is going to send it up to Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to send that over to Ryan Koschel. Koschel tries to drop it back to number 18, Thor Hansen. Hansen now playing with the puck on the blue. And here they come the other way. Puck sent out. Here come the Penmen, and they're going to send that one over the net, as that was number 11, Jackson Aldridge, with the Penmen's best look of the game so far. Puck sent out in front. Aldridge is going to be the one that picks it up. He's going to send that all the way up to number 23, Connor Ball. Ball still trying to hold on to the puck. Unable to. Puck up off the glass onto the stick of number 19, Nick Dallaire. Number 37, Austin Hirschberger, is just going to send that into the Owl zone. Puck's going to be picked up along the wall by number 13, Luke Festa. Festa's going to chip that in. Puck's going to be picked up by Jack Gray. Jack Gray now coming up along the wall with some speed. Gray still with the puck, coming up with some speed. Still working with it. Tries to send it in. Shot turned aside by Swanson. Looked like that one may have gotten him in the helmet shoulder area. Puck tries to be chipped up to number 16, Joe Fontaine. Fontaine unable to meet it. So here comes Shane Mazur now. Mazur's able to hit number 26, Sean Gray, coming through the zone. Puck bouncing around, going to bounce over the stick of Sean Hoffman. Penmen able to get it in, but it's going to be Shane Mazur that sends it over to Sean Hoffman. Bad turnover there by the Owls. Penmen sending it out in front. Still working with it. Gonna be poked away, but second chance. Kaiser tries to keep it in for the Penmen, unable to. Here come Southern New Hampshire with a shot on goal, and Swanson's gonna eat that one up and hold on to it for the whistle.
Yeah, Ethan Swanson, another, we've talked about him all night. He's been saving everything that comes his way. He does another good job making that save. He's done a good job managing the game, freezing the puck when he knows that there's no need to keep the puck alive. So it's really killed the momentum of SNHU every time he's stopped these plays.
Absolutely. So we'll have a face-off to Swanson's left, and it will be the Owls that come away with this. Chase Connery's able to win the draw. And Jack Lindholm's going to try to send it up, and here comes Carney. Carney over the blue, sends it over to Unger. Unger tries to get a shot off on goal and unable to connect. Puck comes to Lindholm. Lindholm's able to step right up, but it gets around, but Sean McBride's able to find it. McBride's able to find Unger. Unger now working with it. He's getting brought down by number 28, Adam Bushy. Unger still gets brought down. Shot on goal. Turn aside. Puck goes up into the netting as the Owls are unable to capitalize on the loose puck. As that looked like it was number 17, Marcus Christofides, with the chance.
Yeah, and even though they didn't get that opportunity right there, they've done a really good job sustaining pressure, even up 4. You know, it's hard to keep your self-control and discipline when you get up by a bit big, but, you know, in a blink of an eye, your lead could be cut down to 2 or even 1. So they've done a good job here, you know, getting out of this period and trying to just cruise off into the third.
Puck will be won back to Jack Lindholm. Lindholm with a shot on Guerin. Puck still bouncing around just off to the left of him. Bouchetto now working for the puck. And it's going to be Lindholm that sends that one right back in. McBride meets it once again at the blue line. And that one's going to sneak out. McBride's going to have to take it all the way back into the Owl zone. He's going to hit the brakes behind the net. Tries to send it the length of the ice. Looked like it was intended for number 23, Payne Jones. Jones with the puck, though, sends out in front. Loose puck. Guerin's able to turn it to the side. And the rebound's picked up by number 7, Tyler Murray. Here comes Murray the other way. Kyle Singerland now with the puck. Singerland with the shot on goal, but turned aside by Ethan Swanson as he's able to poke that one into the corner. Jack Lindholm now. He's going to send that over to Connor Perrier. Perrier is able to find Mike Collette. And it looks like the Keene State winger, number 18, Thor Hansen, was tripped up there on the blue line. No call, but the puck will be picked up by Brendan Lynch. Lynch now tries to send it up to the Frenchman. Looked like it was intended for Brian McLaughlin, but the puck goes up into the netting for a whistle. So about 5 minutes remaining here in the second period. Keene State with a 4-goal lead. Puck bouncing around, still out front. Shot turned aside by Swanson, who's able to get a blocker on that. Swanson's going to push that one over to the defenseman, Ryan Koschel. Koschel now coming up the ice. He's able to find Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzalez chips it far side. And it's still the Penmen with it. McLaughlin still working. Sends it over to number 26, Brendan Lynch. Brendan Lynch trying to work with it along the boards. And here comes Ryan Kaiser. Kaiser's just going to send that in on Swanson. Swanson's going to put it up off the glass. Puck bounces over the stick of Stone Devlin, but comes back out. Deflected, goes wide of the net as Nick Dallaire was able to get a shot. Dallaire with another one. Looks like it gets tipped up into the corner. That's number 13 working for the puck, Kurt Watson. Owl is looking to get it out. Connor Perrier with a little love tap to Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzalez is able to send it into the corner. Penmen now working with it. Adam Bushy turns it over. But it's picked up by Jack Gray. Gray now turning on the Jets. Is able to find Kurt Watson. Watson will send it deep into the zone. Find Gray. Gray unable to get too much on it. And that will be Chase Carney that tries to send it up the boards. Puck still bouncing around. Carney's able to spin out of it. And here comes Unger. Unger's able to find Mazur. Mazur tries to give it back to Christofides, unable to connect. Puck's going to be picked up by Jackson Aldrich. Aldrich tries to find number 13, Kurt Watson, far side, and he's able to. But the Owl will step up into it as Chase Carney's able to apply pressure right away. Puck's now at the blue line working for it. It's going to be kicked out to number 18. Ryan Houle. Houle's going to send that the length of the ice all the way back to defenseman Sean Hoffman. Shane Mazur now is going to try to find number 13, Luke Festa. Festa unable to hold on to the puck. Owl still working with it. Joe Fontaine sends it up. And the shot is turned aside by Guerin once again. Puck sent out in front. Puck never made it. Showing off the baseball skills right there. That looked like that was number, I believe, 13. Luke Festa almost batted that one out of the air. Puck still bouncing around, loose in front. Keene State applying the pressure. Southern New Hampshire unable to get it out. Still working with it. That's number 26, Sean Gray. Gray tries to send it up all the way to number 24, Jack Lindholm, but Lindholm's unable to handle the pass. It's just out of reach. Lindholm's able to turn aside with it. He's going to send it up to Festa. Unable to get through. Puck is going to go back in. Ethan Swanson is going to stop it. He's going to send it over to Hoffman. Hoffman to Festa. Festa once again sends it back up to Kaiser. Kaiser's going to send that into the Owl zone. Picked up by number 23. Connor Ball turned back on over, and that one's going to be chipped up. Bit of a foot race, but it's going to be Guerin that gets a glove on it, and we're going to have a whistle.
Yeah, that was a good strand of play. No stoppages there. I know your voice is probably tired here, Griffin, but you know, that was a really good active pressure there by Keene State. They really did a good job in that forecheck. And for a good while, SNHU could not get that puck out of their zone. And that just sustains, you know, the offensive pressure that they've had all game. You know, still up 4-0. SNHU still really hasn't had good zone time here tonight. They really haven't been able to set up any plays.
Absolutely. And so here come the Penmen the other way. Number 21, Stone Devlin's just going to chip that in, but we're going to have a whistle. We'll see what the call is. Oh, looks like it will be an icing. He may have just chipped out a little too early, never got over the red. So we will have a face-off back in the Penmen zone. Keene State looking to chip one more in before the second period expires. Hansen tries to chip it around, is unable to. Puck will bounce back out to Sean McBride. McBride sends it in, but it's going to be picked up by number 26 for the Penmen, Brendan Lynch. Oh, that one looked like it went off maybe the side of the net, but Swanson is going to be able to keep his composure and hold on to the puck for a whistle.
Yeah, Swanson, again, just kind of shuts down any SNHU attack. And, you know, throughout the game, he's made a lot of glove saves. There's a lot of stoppages. You know, SNHU hasn't really had an opportunity to pick up a rebound or anything like that. And, you know, that's what Keene State's really feasted off of tonight, is offensively, is those rebounds.
Absolutely. Keene State's been able to capitalize quite a bit on the loose pucks and getting in the dirty areas. We'll see what goes on here. Jack Gray now going to come out, try to challenge Ethan Swanson. Swanson's just going to love tap it behind the net. Ooh, that could have turned bad. Puck bounced down front, shot, glove down by Swanson as he will de-escalate the situation right there.
Yeah, he got a little risky there, but Good thing he redeemed himself and was able to make the quick recovery. Nice snappy glove save like I just talked about.
So 1 minute 4 seconds left here in the second period. Ethan Swanson so far with 18 saves. Sean Guerin with 21. Puck gonna go high above Swanson's head. Owls still gonna try to chip it out. Hirschberger now working for it for the Penmen along the boards. Number 23, Connor Ball now chipping in, doing some work. But it's going to be the Declan House, the captain for the Keene State Owls. It's going to slide it up to the winger. Puck tries to get slid across, unable to make it. Koshel's going to step up, chip it up into the corner. Puck's going to be met by number 10, Brian McLaughlin. Going to be checked the length of the ice. And it looks like we are going to have another icing on the Penmen. So 25.9 seconds left here in the second period. Owls looking to capitalize to give themselves a 5-goal lead going into the third period.
Yeah, 4-goal lead is awesome, but the only thing better than that is a 5-goal lead. You know, they've had a lot of the offensive pressure. They played 2 really good periods of hockey. SNHU, you can't really say the same about. You know, and a 5-goal lead would just really put this game, you know, farther out of reach here.
Absolutely. Puck bouncing around the Penmen corner. Stepping up is going to be number 23 for the Penmen, Connor Ball. Ball is going to Superman dive, try to get into the Owls zone. Unable to. 10 seconds left in the period. Owls going to try and make one last rush. That was number 23, Payne Jones, trying to get it over the line. And that looks like it's going to do for the first period as Ryan Kaiser is going to hold on. So at the end of 2 periods, the Keene State Owls lead by a score of 4-0. Ethan Swanson so far has made 18 saves at the end of 2 periods. Sean Guerin with 21. So we will be back for some third period action here on the Owls Media Network.
We are in a brand new state-of-the-art esports facility at Keene State College. 16 brand new PCs, broadcasting PC, coach PC, brand new equipment, headsets, mice, keyboards, custom desk pads. So it is a gamer's dream in here.
This space, I love what they've done to it. I got to see it before it got renovated into what it is now. It looks amazing. I look forward to coming here every day just to see the space and just play in this cool environment.
It was a real upgrade for me, and I think that's part of the reason I play a lot better now. Top of the line, everything, you know, computers, chairs, monitors, headsets, everything.
We are recognized as a varsity athletic program at Keene State College, much like basketball, volleyball, baseball, what have you. We have 3 titles, 19 student athletes, 5 total coaches. We are working very hard every single day to put our program on the map.
Like I said, I do track and field also. It's, you know, still the same level of dedication, still the same level of practice.
But it's not as active. However, it still requires a high level of skill and a high level of dedication, and giving it your all every night still applies regardless of both.
The goal for the future of this program is onward and upward every single year. Esports, being the industry that it is, continues to grow itself, and so we have the opportunity to continue pushing Keene State esports onto the forefront.
You're going to underestimate us. We've been working on this. We've got our game now. We're going to play our game, right?
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The
NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge. I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
After a thrilling comeback win over St. Anselm this past Tuesday, Keene State men's ice hockey is back to take on the Franklin Pierce Ravens. Good evening and welcome to Keene Ice. My name is Teddy Steinberg. Alongside me is Ryan Otterson as we are just minutes from puck drop tonight. The Owls are coming off a much-needed overtime win, coming back from 3 down in the third period, while the Ravens are still winless this season. Getting ready to go here. Mosquito, Jones, and Festa up front for the Owls. Koschel and House behind them. House will throw it in deep, and we are underway here. We'll fire that shot blocked. Mosquito on the rebound. Blocked as well. Puck is retrieved by Festa, who's thrown it, and they score! Marcus Christofides gets the party going. 58 seconds in, it's 1-0 Owls.
Yeah, and that's just a perfect start here for the Owls. You know, you can't ask for anything better. I mean, all 58 seconds of that was spent in their offensive zone. Perfect execution, just tons of pressure.
That shot is blocked. Christofides now throws it to Hansen. Hansen's shot is saved, and it'll go into the protective netting. Jones, and now here's Mazur working with it. We'll feed it to 2 minutes. 2 minutes will shoot, and it's gloved by Rada to Hansen. Hansen will feed it cross ice to Christofides, who'll shoot. It's blocked, but it goes right to the stick of Hansen, and he'll bury it. It's 2-0 Owls, a power play goal. For Hansen, his 4th of the season. Not even 5.5 minutes in, the Owls are up 2.
Yeah, we talked about this, keeping their momentum going after that big win against St. A's the other night. That's exactly how you do it, is just keep the pressure up, don't take your foot off the gas.
Here's an attempt to clear, but it's kept in by Koschel. Shot is deflected out in front. Gray's working for it, and Collin just misses the open frame. Here's the Ravens with a chance now. Breakaway for number 12, Trent King. He's denied by Skelton. Now here's Gonzalez. Christofides, back to McBride, back to Christofides. Here's Hansen with a shot, he scores! Thor Hansen bar down, and it's 3-0. Another power play goal for the Owls.
Yeah, this is an impressive showing here in the first period. Not even 10 minutes in, a 3-goal lead.
That was a rocket from Thor Hansen. Blow it up to the point. Here's Koschel, a shot saved by Rada. The rebound pokes out to House. Here's a clear up and a break for Corey Tuminus. Corey Tuminus is denied by Rada. He's asking for a hooking call there. Over to Doug McGuire. Will work in the corner. Puck is retrieved by Peyton Jones. Taken away, and here's a chance, a shot, and a goal! John Sterling found the angle. Pardon me, that was Mario Paganini. And the Ravens are able to manage to get it back within 2.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you kind of just want to make sure you're not going to get complacent here towards the end of the period. You got a 3-0 lead. but you don't want to get sloppy on that, defensive end. You want to be able to keep up the pressure, keep up that intensity. Don't let someone get back into this game.
There's House. Kind of flick it in to stick of Carney, who's denied by Rada with the right pad. Otis. Cross ice. Here's Todd Granish. The stick of King gets it through. A shot. Saved by Skelton. Right into the red state on the jersey. And he's able to cover it for Wesley Jones. He's knocked off the puck, and Festa will retrieve it. Here's Luke Festa, 2-on-1. Busquetto scores! Michael Busquetto on the feed from Luke Festa, and the Owls are back up 3. That is Busquetto's second of the year. That was a rocket in and out. No chance for Rada. Now here's Carney taking it away. Chase Carney, he'll feed it to Unger. Unger, the overtime hero. This past Tuesday will feed it out front to Hoffman, and he scores! Sean Hoffman, the first goal of his collegiate career, gives the Owls a 5-1 lead with 2.5 seconds remaining. Take that monkey off your back, Hoffman. You've got your first. Vesta will work it along the hash. Puck will come back to House. House will fire. The shot is blocked there by Mostowski. Puck is knocked away. Now here's McBride. Pursuit by Picks. Puck comes out to Anderson, who feeds a pass out to Sterling and is denied by Skelton with the right pad. Back to Christou. The saucer pass goes over the stick of Sterling. Owls are unable to get it out. Here's Anderson with a shot, paddled away by Skelton. Sterling again. Sterling will drop it to Granish. Granish will shoot. Skelton said no. Here's Tuminas to Hansen. The shot is saved by Mostowski. As Hansen falls into the goaltender.
He faced a lot of shots in that period as well. He faced a lot more pressure, and he handled it very well.
Here's a chance early for the Owls. 2-on-1. Busquetto fires it into Mostowski. He will cover it. It's out there. Here's Collett near hash. Feed it to Gray with a shot. Waffle boarded away by Mostowski. Home tries to feed it to Jones. He's able to retrieve it. Keep control. Here's Peyton Jones, the shot. Saved by Mostowski. He's able to get the rebound by Festa and a little extracurricular behind the net. Up to Hoffman. Hoffman the drive by Mazur and batted away by Mostowski. Hansen waits. Gets it to Chrisofides. He fakes, fires, and saved by Mostowski. Here's to Chrisofides. Chrisofides to Carney. Back up to Chrisofides. He fires and scores! Marcus Chrisofides. His second of the game. Gives the Owls a 6-1 lead on the power play. Now his 18th of the year. Team leading. And that's just a gimme there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just a one-time goal. Obviously a 5-on-3. Franklin Pierce has struggled just on the power play alone tonight, so really great opportunity, awesome shot. And now you got two Keene State players with 2 goals tonight.
Mike Collett. He's to Fontaine, who has a break. He fires. And an early whistle. They're calling it a goal. That's Sean Gray. On the rebound off the glove of Mostowski. And Sean Gray will make it 7-1. I thought they blew the play dead.
Yeah, I did too, but the ref in the corner called it. And, now you can start to feel it. You can start to celebrate it. I know I get a little nervous, a little superstitious, but no, now you can really feel it.
Refs are going to look it over and they will confirm that it is a good goal for the freshman Sean Gray. That's his second on the season with 5:17 remaining. Now here. The puck is poked away. And dumped into the Raven zone. 2 minutes in pursuit, but that will do it. The Owls dominate the Franklin Pierce Ravens tonight at home. Final score, Owls 7, Ravens 1. Owls move to 9-10-1 on the year. 2 goals for Thor Hansen and 2 goals for Marcus Crucifidis. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back. Post-game interviews. I'm Teddy Steinberg alongside Ryan Otterson from New Hampshire Army National Guard Owls Media Network.
This is Paul Sullivan of Sullivan Tire Company. We're thrilled to be sponsoring the Keene State College Athletic Program, supporting the Owls. No matter what the sport is, in Division III, they are legendary. What a great academic institution, liberal arts school, in a beautiful part of New England. So let's go, you Owls, and remember, at Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there. Thank you.
And welcome back to Keene Ice for some third period action between the Keene State Owls and the Southern New Hampshire University Penmen. Ryan, what should we expect going into this third period here?
Yeah, I mean, what we should expect, to see out of both teams is one on the SNHU side is, just a lot of desperation, a lot more aggressiveness. You don't have any time to really waste in this period. You got 4 goals to get back in this game. And on the Keene State side, you're going to look for them to keep up that pressure, just kind of like keep the game solid, help Ethan Swanson. He's played pretty well all night. Just keep that puck out of his crease, keep those rebounds away, and, they're going to get out of here with a nice, easy win here tonight.
Absolutely. So we will be looking forward to some third period action coming here on the Owls Media Network. We are just waiting on the refs and the scorekeeper to get everything situated. So we will have Joe Fontaine taking the draw against Jack Gray. And it's going to be picked up by number 12, Brian Pompaselli. Pompaselli is going to send that in, but it's going to be Ethan Swanson that plays it off to the side. Owls are going to send it cross ice. Nice move right there. Owls coming in. Shot turned aside by Guerin. Puck's going to bounce out. Lindholm's going to be able to step up into it. That puck's going to come out to Mike Collette. But it's going to be number 31, Sean Guerin, who holds on to it for the Penmen.
Yeah, and Guerin hasn't had a really bad night. I know the scoreboard kind of reflects a poor night's performance, but he's really struggled to have defensive help with him all night. He hasn't really had his crease protected by anybody else, and the forecheck by Keene State has been relentless.
Absolutely. Shot turned aside by Guerin. That's the second save in a row made by Guerin. And here come the Penmen trying to break out. That's going to be number 26, Brendan Lynch. Lynch's going to get the puck stripped away from him. It's going to be turned over, and here come the Owls the other way. Puck picked up in the middle of the ice, but it's going to be Kaiser that gets it. And here comes Coleman Nee. Coleman Nee is going to drop it off. Nee back shot, and it's a goal. 50 seconds into the third, and the Penmen are able to come back within 1 to cut the deficit to 3.
Yeah, that was just a good opportunity there by them. Keene State kind of got a little lazy on the defensive side. And, 50 seconds in, you already have a goal. If you want to get back in this game, that's the perfect execution here for SNHU. Now Keene has to be very careful because a 3-goal lead can become 2 very quick, and then a 2-goal lead can become 1 real quick.
Absolutely. Puck is going to be sent in by Declan House. Picked up by number 11, Chase Carney. Carney's going to send that down to Unger. Looks like Crucifidis is going to try to come in, but the puck's going to come back out to House. House sends it down to Crucifidis. Crucifidis finds Carney. And here comes Crucifidis getting it up to Koschel. Koschel works a quick give and go. But here come the Penmen now. They're starting to find a little bit of pep in their step after the early goal. Declan House, the captain, skating around the net with it for the Owls. House still with the puck. He's going to be met at the blue line, but gives it over to Carney. Carney still working with it. Nice move. Carney tries to slide across. Guerin with the pad. Another save made by Guerin. Singleton will just choose to chip that in. Watson now going to be the first one in on the forecheck. Puck chipped around. Koschel now sends up to Unger. Unger working with it. Unger's going to chip it around to the defenseman. Number 19, Nick Dallaire. Puck rifled up. Kirschenberger's going to get a stick on it. Guess not. That's going to be an icing. So we will have a face-off in the Penmen zone.
Yeah, and if you're Keene State here, I know you just let in a goal, but you really just want that another goal here, 5th goal. Keep that pressure up. If you score again, it's going to really put SNHU in a hole. But for SNHU on that other side, they've been playing a lot more physical here in the 3rd period. Like you said, Griffin, one more pep in their step.
Absolutely, and that's going to be a nice pad save turned aside by Garrett. Puck still loose in the corner. Al's working with it. It's going to be turned over. Here comes number 22, Dylan Phillips. Phillips unable to hold on to the puck. That's going to be Missouri that sends it over to Tumnus. Tumnus drops over Gonzalez. Gonzalez backhand shot. Garrett puts it into the corner. Back on Missouri. Missouri winds up right into the shin pads of number 23, Connor Ball. Puck sent up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez just misses it. Ryan Kaiser steps in, but the puck's going to slide past him, and Keene State's going to be able to get into their zone. Here come the Owls now, picked up by Jack Lindholm. Lindholm chips it into the zone. Hansen turns away from it, going to go get a quick change, but the puck's still around. Puck in between the skates. Luke Festa is going to be the Penman taking it the other way. Jack Gray shot on Swanson. Swanson turns to the side. Here comes Payne Jones. Payne Jones loses the puck, but drops off to Luke Festa. Luke Festa continuing to move his feet. Tries to slide out in front. No one there. Puck chipped around, and we're going to have another whistle as the net is bumped off once again.
As we look on the screen here, you see the 2025-2026 Little East Conference. You got Keene State, UMass Boston, UMass Dartmouth, Plymouth State, Southern Maine, Vermont State Castleton, Western Connecticut, Babson, New England College, and Norwich rounding out.
Definitely will be some good competition in that conference next year with the likes of teams such as Norwich and Plymouth State. Will certainly be some fun hockey to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you'll have to look forward to it. These teams will receive an automatic bid into the tournament with winning. So there'll be a lot of stake at the line. They'll play each of them will play a home and an away game at each other's barns. So that'll be really good to see. It'll be good hockey. A lot of even teams in that division.
Absolutely, and also be able to give you kind of a good point of where you need to be at if you want to be one of the top teams in the country, just like Plymouth State and Norwich, who have had quite historical programs and a lot of success on the national level.
Absolutely.
Puck will be turned over by the Penman. Payne Jones tries to rip a shot on goal, unable to. Puck intended for Luke Festa. Turned over now. Here comes number 7, Tyler Murray. Murray's going to slide that over to Brendan Lynch. Lynch now trying to work it. Trying to get around Sean McBride. Unable to. McBride plays a big body on Lynch. Puck still being kicked around. Owls try to step up into it. Luke Festa unable to pull it off the boards for the breakout. Lindholm's going to send it around McBride. McBride now fires it into the middle. Bichette unable to control it. And that one's just going to be sent in on goal. Picked up by Kaiser. Kaiser slides up to number 20, Kyle Singerland. Back to Kaiser. Kaiser chips over Singerland's head. Goes to Declan House. Singerland tries to get around. House takes him down in the process, but House is able to clear it back out. Puck ripped right into the jersey of Ryan Koschel. Koschel will send that up to Gray. Gray already with a goal tonight. Fontaine now takes a shot. Tried to hit Hoffman in the far corner. Penman now working with it. This is number 11 with the puck. Jackson Aldridge. Aldridge is just going to rip that in on net. Swanson's going to play it off to House. House cuts up the middle, taking the open ice. He's going to dish that off to Gray. Gray chips it in the corner. House first one there. Keeps the puck going in that direction. And they are just going to get checked right into the net. Net off its mark once again. So another whistle as number 8, Mike Collette, goes flying into the cage.
Yeah, and Keene State's done a good job rebounding after that goal. They've kind of rewoke themselves back up and put some pressure back on gear and put some pressure back on that SNHU defense. and it's helped them a lot. And SNHU really hasn't had another big opportunity since they had that goal, 35, 40 seconds into this first period.
Puck dropped, and it's going to be Kearney that wins it. Puck bouncing up, saved by Garrett. And number 11, Chase Kearney, comes in with a head full of steam. He goes airborne, looks like Clark Kent and Superman. And he does not stick the landing, so we will have a face-off. Good job, though, by number 31, Sean Guerin, able to cover up the puck. Bounced around a couple times in front of him, but he was able to keep an eye on it and get a glove above it.
Yeah, I know. Like we've said tonight, the scoreboard doesn't really affect a good game, but he's faced 30 shots here tonight. He's saved a lot of them, and he's done the best for what he's got.
I think that effort by Chase Kearney also shows just kind of the effort the Owls have had in front of the net all night tonight.
Yes.
Just being relentless, crashing as hard as they can.
Yeah, it's been a terrific forecheck all night. SNHU has really struggled to get that puck out of their own zone. A lot of times, Keene State's being physical, doing board battles, scrumming along the boards, and the loose pucks have always seemed to bounce Keene State's way.
Puck passed out of the zone. Number 23, Connor Ball's going to take it over the line, sends it across to number 5, Jack Gray. Gray takes a shot, turned aside by Ethan Swanson. Here comes Pete Unger. Unger tries to slide up. Kaiser is able to get a glove. Offsides for number 17, Marcus Christofides. Kaiser now wheeling up the middle of the ice, has a little bit of steam. Christofides with a big play. He's able to lay out. Chase Kearney picks it up. Kearney with a shot. Turned aside by Guerin. Another shot by Hoffman. Unable to get there. But it's Unger that picks it up once again. He's working it around the zone. He's trying to find it. Puck loose. Guerin gets a glove on it for the whistle.
Yeah, that was another great poke check there by Marcus Christofides. He dove to the ground, hopped right back up, and this is more of that unrelenting pressure we've seen in the first two periods kind of reemerge here for Keene State in the third. They haven't scored yet, but they're getting close to putting another one past Guerin.
Puck bouncing around, comes back out to Perrier. Perrier will send that down. Owl's shot, turned aside by Guerin. Lindholm's going to have to go all the way back into the zone. Swanson's going to stop it for him. Lindholm sends it back over to Perrier. Perrier chips it up over to the winger. Puck gets up. That's number 2 for the Penmen. Puck bouncing around, trying to chip it out. Kept in. Puck just goes around Perrier. Picked up by Brendan Lynch now. Lynch working with it in the corner. Puck still around. Lynch really working for it, trying to generate some sort of offense here. Gray now working with it. Gray with the shot. And now the Owls trying to regroup. Corey Tumnus sends it over to Connor Perrier. Perrier tries to slide it up to the Keene State winger, but they're unable to. And that's going to be a glove save by Ethan Swanson.
Yeah, Ethan Swanson, he's done a good job also recovering from that goal. He's made some pretty good saves here all night. 23 shots faced, only one's gone past him so far. But it also starts with the defense here by Keene State. They've done a really good job getting the puck out of their own zone. They haven't let SNHU's forecheck kind of affect them at all tonight. And that's led to a lot of good saves by Swanson, a lot of clear looks for him as well.
Absolutely. Puck bouncing around. It's going to be sent right back in by the Penmen. Keene State tries to send it the length of the ice, unable to connect. So Swanson will be having a face-off back in his zone. Southern New Hampshire trying to generate any sort of offense here. Trying to get any sort of really shot on goal, which they have had a tough time doing so far in this period.
Yeah, absolutely. They've really struggled there. It's not even just shots, though. It's just good looks. They've had a fair share of shots here tonight. But it's just overall the looks that they've gotten have not been good enough for them to put it past Swanson. They haven't really had anything clean. They haven't had a lot of rebounds.
Yep. And so for an update on the women's hockey game that took place at Plymouth State University, they lost that game by a score of 1-0 in what was a barn burner down, or I should say up in Plymouth, New Hampshire. So the Panthers will win that season series 2-1. Ryan Kaiser now with the puck for the Penmen. He's going to send that around. It's going to be picked up by Marchand. Marchand tries to slide it over to Kaiser. Kaiser holds on to it, slides over to Delaire. Delaire tries to chip it up and over. That's going to go the length of the ice for an icing.
Yeah, and this is what you want to see if you're Keene State, just more offensive zone face-offs here towards the end of this game. You know, SNHU has tried to clear it out, and when they do, they sometimes get these icings, and, you know, you don't like icings. They're hard. You know, you play hockey, Griffin, you know, it's wearing when you see the ref call you back off the bench and say, oh, no, you got to stay out there for another shift.
Yeah, it's definitely not your favorite sight to see. As a forward, though, you're getting some fresh legs out there, and you see some rundown defensemen. You know, you get a little pumped up. Hopefully, you're looking to slide it around, get them moving, especially get the goalie moving side to side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puck bouncing around. Al's unable to get it. It's going to be Delaire that picks it up in the corner. So New Hampshire finally get it over. Jack Gray coming. He hits the brakes. He's trying to find someone coming far side. Sends a pass across, but it's chipped up into the netting by the Keene State defenseman for a whistle. So we will have a face-off in Keene State's defensive zone off to Swanson's right.
Yeah, and if you're SNHU here, you know you got to start realizing that the pressure's on, the time's kind of running out, it's not on your side anymore. You're going to need a quick goal here.
Absolutely. That shot's going to be swallowed up by Ethan Swanson. Yeah, definitely. If you are Southern New Hampshire, you got to start looking at the clock, starting to think about shots and just crashing the net, trying to generate something. But it's been mostly all Keene State tonight as they're leading the advantage in shots. Puck turned around. It's going to be number 6, Seamus. They're working with it. They're going to get it up. And here comes Unger now. He is going to try to cut in towards the middle. Slides it across. No goal. Saved by Guerin. And big save by Sean Guerin as it looks like Keene State may have biffed a little bit on that shot, but even then, big save by Guerin as he's able to hold this game to 3 goals.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a game-saving game if SNHU wants any chance to get back in this game. Guerin had to make that save, and it was a really good one.
Puck back out. Good stick there by number 21, Stone Devlin, as Pete Unger was right there getting ready to pick up the rebound. Here comes Sean Hoffman now. Hoffman slides it down to Unger, but Guerin's going to be able to poke that in the corner. Carney now with it behind the net, and it's going to be turned away. Here comes the Penmen now trying to work it up. Kyle Singerland will chip it in. Hoffman now lifts the stick, picked up by McBride. McBride now working it. Unger trying to skate up the right side of the wall. He's going to hit the brakes. He's going to go to the bench for a change. Puck's going to go down. Swanson comes out of his net once again to stop and play it. Sends it over to McBride. McBride now on the wall, sends it over to Christophese. Christophese tries to chip it into the front. And it's going to come back to McBride. McBride sends it up into the middle. And here come the Owls. Kyle Gonzalez now takes it over the blue. He's still working with it. He stops, hits the brakes, tries to lose to the defender, but the defender stays on it. Gonzalez still working with it. Puck in the skates. Number 18, Thor Hansen working with it. Gonzalez still trying to get there. Puck gets chipped around Hansen. Hansen tries to lay the body, but the puck's reversed the other way. Puck chipped around, and here comes Hirschberger. Hirschberger tries to make a move. Puck rolling on him. Unable to get to it. Connor Perrier this time was the one that chipped it away. McBride once again. He sends it in on the far side of the goal. Gonzalez tries to lift the stick. Puck still bouncing around. Southern New Hampshire trying to work it. Jack Gray now slides it up to number 13, Kurt Watson. Watson sends it in. Unable to. Here come the Owls. picked up by Luke Festa. Festa coming down the wing, drops it back to Bochetto. Bochetto unable to hold on to it. Penmen are still trying to get anything going. That puck almost goes into the other bench. Hitting the brakes is number 10, Brian McLaughlin. McLaughlin loses a stick behind the net. Southern New Hampshire has about 9 minutes to try to rip off 3 goals. Puck still bouncing around. This is going to be number 10. McLaughlin once again holding on to it, trying to work with it. Puck slid over to number 12. He tries to set it in. Unable to. Puck back into the Penmen zone as Luke Festa once again will able to get it. Festa looking for a call. He's not going to get it. And he's going to get a call on himself, though, as he turns around and drops the first guy he sees. So...
yeah, Festa definitely had a reason to argue there for the hook and call, but you know that hit was laid just on a defenseless skater, and you know you don't want to lose your discipline here later on in this game. You know, Keene State the other night scored 3 goals in 2.5 minutes to beat St. A's, and you know you could see SNHU doing it here tonight too, especially if they're on the power play.
Absolutely, Southern New Hampshire looking to generate anything off of this power play. Trying to get a quick one here. Keene State trying to hold them off. Puck back up top. Kaiser slides it over to Watson. Watson back up to Kaiser. Kaiser and Watson now working it across. Shot. Swanson's able to turn it aside. But it's going to be Pompicelli that picks it up. Penman still working with it. And there's a pulled goalie. So Keene State has a delayed call, so there'll be a 5-on-3 coming up. And just like that, we'll see what the call is. I'm not seeing a signal. Can't tell who's going to the box just quite yet. Looks like that's going to be number 8, Mike Paulette. Not too sure what the call was. I missed the signal. We'll have to keep an ear out for that. But the Owls now find themselves on a 5-on-3. Kaiser now with the puck. He slides it back over to Watson. Watson and Kaiser now working it across. Shot on goal and glove saved by Swanson. So not a place you want to find yourself here if you're the Keene Owls.
No, yeah. I think in this moment right now, if SNHU can't seem to get a goal here, the Owls will be able to kind of, you know, come away with the win. But you know, this is a tough task. You know, 5-on-3 is, you know, it's pretty brutal. It's wearing on your skaters. You know, there'll be a lot of open shots for SNHU, a lot of passing.
Absolutely. Watson now coming down, trying to take a shot. That one's going to be redeflected up into the netting for a whistle again. .7:41 here remaining in the third period. Southern New Hampshire trails Keene State College by a score of 4-1. Penmen now trying to work it up top, back up to Kaiser. Kaiser slides it down to Watson. Watson slides it back door. No one able to get a shot off. It's Pompicelli has it. Now he's working it with Kaiser. Kaiser's going to slide back over. He finds Watson. Watson unable to get a shot off, and that's going to be sent the length of the ice. Tried to take a shot on his knees, rushed it, unable to get it. Good stick there by Bochetto. That's going to be wrapped in, stopped behind the net by number 31, Sean Guerin. Penmen now trying to find their way up the ice. They're going to find number 26, Brendan Lynch. Lynch gets tripped up, but no call. Puck's going to be sent the length of the ice. 23 seconds remaining on number 13, Luke Festa's penalty. Penmen trying to get something going. Puck's dropped off to number 10, Brian McLaughlin, and he scores. So just like that, Ryan, we have a 4-2 game and 47 seconds remain on Mike Collette's penalty. So, with 6 minutes and 43 seconds left, the Owls now find themselves in an interesting spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was kind of the worst case scenario there for Keene State. now you have a 4 or 5-on-4 power play for 47 seconds if you're SNHU, and it's only a 2-goal lead. Anything can happen. We said, like I said earlier, St. A's blew a 3-goal lead against Keene State last week at the same time. So, you never know what can happen, but you can't take your foot off the gas. You can't make undisciplined choices here.
Absolutely. So puck dumped in, Southern New Hampshire quickly onto it. Slides out of the zone. Chase Carney now trying to work to get to it. Unable to. Kyle Singerland drops the puck back to number 28, Adam Bushy. Bushy passes up to Singerland. Singerland sends it in, but it's going to be brought back to Carney, ripped into the zone, stopped behind the net by Guerin. Kaiser now picks it up, drops it back to Bushy. Bushy now taking the puck up the ice, surveying the land. He's going to gain the red line, gains the blue. 5 seconds left, shot, turned aside by Swanson. So the Penmen have one more face-off left with the man advantage, but then they have to watch number 8, Mike Collette, coming out of the box.
Yeah, we're here with 6 minutes left. Down by 4 with 6 minutes left would be a whole other story, but they've really done a good job making a comeback here, making a stand. And
absolutely. Shot ripped into the zone, never makes it to the net. Here come the Owls the other way. Kaiser with his stick flying around in the air, unable to hit it out, but it's picked up by Tyler Murray. Tyler Murray sends it over to Dylan Phillips. Phillips coming into the zone. It's going to be picked off by number 24, Jack Lindholm. Lindholm tries to work it up the boards. No one there. Lindholm will take it, bring it back, sends it behind Swanson over to his defensive partner, number 2, Sean McBride. McBride over back to Lindholm. Lindholm now just trying to get it out, and it's going to be sent back into the zone by the Penmen. McBride now steps up one last time, trying to chip around, and he will. Tubness is going to send it far side. It's going to be picked up by Mike Collette, fresh out of the box. Collette sends it out in front and just misses the Owls winger coming in, number 16, Joe Fontaine. So here come the Penmen now up the ice. Number 12, Ryan Pomposelli taking it over the red line. That one's going to be roped in behind the net. Picked up by number 15, Kyle Gonzalez. Owls try to send it up. Picked up again by number 10, Brian McLaughlin. Puck up the boards. Owls trying to get it. It's met there in the middle. Tubness sends it across. And saved by Guerin as he's able to deny number 9, Sean Hoffman. So once again, another save by Sean Guerin.
Yeah, in this period, Sean Guerin's had some pretty clutch saves here. He's really kept SNHU in this game. Now he's up to 35 shots faced on the night, and 31 saves on 35 shots is a pretty good statistic to have. I know that the scoreboard still looks pretty badly, but he's done a really good job, making those big saves, especially on those big opportunities Keene State has had.
Absolutely. Puck picked up by Kaiser. He stops behind Guerin. He's trying to find an open seam to get the puck out. Southern New Hampshire working with just under 4.5 minutes to mount this comeback, down by 2 goals late in the third period. Puck picked up by the captain, Declan House. House now trying to take it over the blue, almost loses it, but it's kicked back by Chase Carney. Christofides now with it. He tries to find Carney, but it's picked up by Kaiser. Kaiser sends that over to Knee. Knee's going to flip it into the zone. Glove down by Swanson. Swanson chooses just to hold on to it for the whistle.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here when SNHU decides that pulling the goalie is the better option, late in this period. You got down by 2, you got 4 minutes left. Strategy is going to start coming into play here pretty soon. They're going to need a goal, or at least going to need 2 goals, but they're going to need 1 to start at least.
Absolutely. Keep an eye on Sean Guerin. It's certainly something we will have to do here in this final few minutes. Keene State trying to get it out of their own end, but Southern New Hampshire that's able to keep it in. Not until it's flipped out, but the puck's going to be picked up by Ryan Houle. Houle send it up the boards looking for Knee. Knee's going to chip it in. Swanson's going to stop it with the stick. Fake out to the defender. He's going to play it over to Koschel. Koschel's able to find Festa. Festa tries to chip it in the middle. Buchetto now working for it. And it's picked up by Festa, but Festa loses it on the handle. Koschel now will send it in. Puck bouncing around. Guerin's able to chest it down. Puck still bouncing around, and we have an Owl that's slow to get up. But here come the Penmen. They're breaking it up the ice. And they're going to go on the power play. Number 37, Austin Hirschberger has the puck. He tries to get it in, and just like that, Keene State finds themselves in the box with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left. Southern New Hampshire looking for a big comeback. This could be a start right here, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be kind of now or never for SNHU. You know, you have 2 minutes on the power play. It'll take us about 1:12, 1:10-ish left in this game. I think if you want to be able to have a chance to win this game, you're going to have to score here on this power play.
Absolutely. We'll also have to keep, like you said, a close eye on Guerin and Southern New Hampshire to use their timeout. Puck behind the net for the Owls, but it's picked off by number 28, Adam Bushy. Bushy with the puck. He shoots it. That shot's turned aside and blocked by the Keene State killer, number 8, Mike Collette. Puck bouncing around. Swanson's going to come out of his cage. He's going to stop it. Tries to send it up the boards. Still working on it. And it looks like Guerin, he's looking. Just waiting for Southern New Hampshire to gain possession. The door's pretty much good as open. And the puck's going to go the length of the ice. And there's 2.5 minutes left. Guerin stops it. And he's going to start looking to the bench. Coach is getting ready to call him, but if Keene State can halt the breakout, it should be good. Kaiser now picks it up. 1 minute left. Kaiser falls. Keene State with the shot, and they miss the net. Good effort there by number 13, Luke Festa. And here come the Penmen. Guerin going to the bench. Puck turned aside by Swanson. That's going to be picked up in the corner by Watson. Watson's going to send it down to number 12, Pompiselli. Pompiselli now with the puck. Slides over to Watson. Watson taking it down. Puck's going to go the length of the ice, and it's going to miss the net, but no icing due to the penalty. So Kaiser's going to take it back. He's going to have to try to stretch it out. Southern New Hampshire now working it. Finds its way back to Kaiser. Kaiser's just going to rip it in around. Watson's going to be the first one there to pick it up. Watson tries to slide it back down. That's going to miss. Number 5, Jack Gray, picked up by number 12, Ryan Pompiselli. Shot turned aside. That was number 28, Adam Bushy, that took the shot. Puck still kicking around. Saved by Swanson. Swanson holds on to it with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the third period.
Yeah, that was a terrific save by Swanson. And now we have a timeout here from SNHU. They got to regroup. They'll probably keep the goalie pulled, you know, in this situation, but they're gonna need a quick goal and then another quick goal, you know. So the odds are not in their favor, but it's still possible. And if you're Keene State, you know, you just got to keep that defensive pressure up, you know, keep that, you know, disciplined focus up as you move forward in this game, because, you know, we've seen crazier things happen, you know, in, you know, hockey itself. You know, we've seen 3 goals in a minute, you know, and so 2 goals in a minute is not a far off possibility here.
Oh, absolutely not. When we covered the St. Anselm game the other night, you know, Keene State ripped off 3 goals in 2 minutes and 39 seconds. So that just goes to show how quick a game can turn on its head. But you find the Penmen working with 1 minute and 11 seconds. So a little bit less time, 2 goals to get. And they've run into a hot goalie in Ethan Swanson so far tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we look forward during this timeout, we'll look forward to our final home game of the season here for Keene State. That'll be Saturday, February 15th at 5 p.m. against Worcester State. That is a senior night, so it's an important game to win, an important game for the momentum, the last home game of the season before they head down to Pennsylvania for a doubleheader, back-to-back games that wrap up the year. So come out and support your Keene State Owls in their final home game of the season.
So puck will be dropped, and it's kicked back out to Kaiser now. Kaiser working it down low, sends it in on Swanson, goes off the side of the net, bounces back out. Coleman Knee picks it up. Puck trickles in over to the net. Back up to Kaiser. Kaiser sends it in low. Southern New Hampshire trying to get a shot. Jack Gray now trying to send it back out. Puck off the skate. Keene State trying to do everything they can to get it out. Kaiser is able to keep it in. He tries to take a shot. It looked like he had Pompiselli wide open on the far side. Puck chipped back in. Keene State trying to hold it tight. 36 seconds remaining here. Southern New Hampshire is going to need to get a goal on this rush if they really want to try to make this comeback a reality. And it's going to be sent the length of the ice. Picked up by Kaiser. Time is ticking. He stops behind the net. Watching that clock tick down. And it's looking more and more like Keene State will be able to pull away with the victory tonight. And they're going to eat it along the boards. And just like that, 5 seconds left till Keene State skates away with the victory and takes the season sweep over the interstate rival Southern New Hampshire University. And that will be the case. The Keene State Owls win the game 4-2 behind a big performance by goaltender Ethan Swanson. So we will be back for some post-game interviews after this short break. Make sure to join us on the Owls Media Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kim Laufer, and I teach in social media. We find that there are so many jobs available in social media management, in social media analytics, in public relations. Everybody is looking for someone who can do social media, who can help them create a strategy and measure whether that strategy is working. In the social media major, you'll learn how to create effective content. You'll learn how to analyze content and make sure that the goals that you're trying to reach are being met. So the new social media major is going to help students learn how to build content that's appropriate for all different types of social media, whether it's TikTok or LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. You're going to learn how to create videos, create photos, and create post content. The social media major is designed to give you a well-rounded experience that pulls from a lot of different disciplines, including business and art, computer science, and journalism. So the goal of our social media major is to give you the experience that you're going to need to go out and do social media for yourself, for small businesses, for nonprofit organizations, healthcare, journalism, whatever you're interested in.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
So when I ask students why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I know, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
I'm very ambitious. I like to push myself to do the best that I can possibly do, and I would say that I'm a very outgoing person, and I definitely like to think outside of the box and meet new people and kind of push my own boundaries. I'm involved in student government, pre-law society. I've been an orientation leader, a community assistant. I'm involved in Greek life. I was involved in the Penultimate Council and some other organizations as well. I would say that I would connect being ambitious with the amount of involvement that I pursue. I'm someone that likes to be really busy, and the unique part of being a student at Keene State College is I've had the opportunity to be part of so many organizations. It's been a really incredible experience. I chose to get involved in all those different areas on campus because it's helped me become a better student. I think when you're really involved in your community and you're an involved student, you're able to become more interested in what you're learning about in class and make better connections with the students that are in class with you. The ways that I have made an impact on campus is that I've started some diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. I was the first Vice President of Equity and Belonging for Delta Phi Epsilon and the first Vice President of Equity and Diversity for the Penultimate Council. So being able to spearhead those two positions and start some new activity on campus has been a really wonderful experience. I would say I'm personally passionate about many different human rights issues, specifically in Latin America. My family is from Latin America, so I firsthand have been able to experience some things that are going on in Latin America that I was not able to fully learn about and research until I came to college. Coming to Keene State College, I've learned that I love learning about issues that are happening across the world, and it's an opportunity that I was not able to have in high school, as well as the opportunity to learn about topics that are happening not only in the United States, from professors that have experience in other countries around the world, which is a very unique experience. This past summer, I did the Washington Center internship through the Global Education Office, and I was able to spend a semester in Washington, D.C., and I worked for the Hispanic Association on Corporate Responsibility, where I created diversity, equity, and inclusion training for Fortune 500 companies. That was an absolutely amazing experience. I got to learn more about my passion about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and education as well, which is a topic that's really intertwined with Holocaust and genocide studies. And I also got to spend time to do research into topics that I'm interested in, which is something that's very unique about the Holocaust and genocide studies program.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
And we're back here on the Owls Media Network. Alongside me is Coach Bobby Rodrigue. And first question for you, the team all night, they played well. And what does it have to say for you guys' momentum moving forward in the next 3 games?
Yeah, I think it was another good effort for the guys. This was actually probably more of a complete game than the last couple, so we feel good about that. I mean, we got a little bit sloppy at there was a stretch in the second, and then in the first part of the third we were sloppy, but as far as complete games go, this was probably the most complete out of the 3 we've played recently.
Awesome. Coach, first year program, go through a lot of growing pains, but you feel like, as you've gone throughout this year, every time we've seen you guys play, you've gotten somewhat better and better. Mm-hmm. What do you feel like your identity has grown into this first year?
Yeah, it's funny when we were out recruiting and talking with kids, we talked a lot about, wanting to be kind of wide open, high scoring, like track meet type games. Mm-hmm. And after that first really bad loss in the preseason with the EHL team, we started working right away at practice that week, and we discovered pretty quickly that we could be a pretty solid defensive team. Like, our D zone is pretty good, and the guys can be hard to score on at times, and I think that's what those guys experienced tonight. SNU typically outshoots teams pretty badly, and they did not outshoot us tonight because I thought our D was pretty good. Our forecheck was good, our neutral zone was okay, but we also blocked a lot of shots. We had a lot of sticks and a lot of legs and lanes, and that helps.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Then one more question for you. Yeah. You just touched a little bit upon the forecheck. I was going to ask you about what you guys have to do moving forward to keep that forecheck alive. You guys had 3 goals off the rebound tonight, and you guys looked really good. Yeah,
I mean, we were happy with it. The guys were kind of opportunistic. We've tried to talk a lot about getting pucks off of our tape more, and it just makes you harder. If you let the puck do some work, it makes you harder to play against, and our guys have done that. So we've been pretty happy about that, and it's just a matter of reinforcing it, right? We'll do some video work this week, and we've got a stretch of practices here for a week and a half before we get ready. To have our last home game here with Worcester. So we're going to keep plugging away at that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. We'll be right back on the Owls Media Network.
Awesome.
So when I ask students why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community, The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
And we're back here on the Owls Media Network with the winning goalie, Ethan Swanson. First question for you, Ethan. How does it feel to get your first career win?
Feels really good, yeah. It's lots of fun. Winning's fun.
So, coming into this game, Southern New Hampshire, not a team you'll normally see, but any 10 opponent, how did you feel throughout the game just seeing the puck, when did you really start feeling settled in? You looked pretty calm, cool, and collected out there tonight.
I felt pretty good going into it. A little nervous, not too bad, but felt like I was seeing the puck well. They like to shoot, so lots of shots, but
yeah.
I got into it quick, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want to see if you're a goalie, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then one more question for you. You were able to glove the puck a lot tonight. How did your confidence kind of evolve as the game went on?
I think just as shots go and more saves come and rebounds are going good, then the confidence just keeps going up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome.
We'll be right back to wrap up the game on the Owls Media Network.
Looking for a new car? It's time to visit New Car Nissan of Keene. 600 new Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs are available right now. Plus, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. Every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. Drive worry-free for many miles to come. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
This is Paul Sullivan of Sullivan Tire Company. We're thrilled to be sponsoring the Keene State College Athletic Program, supporting the Owls. No matter what the sport is, in Division III, they are legendary. What a great academic institution, liberal arts school, in a beautiful part of New England. So let's go, you Owls. And remember, at Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there. Thank you.
Keene State Athletics on the Owls Media Network is brought to you by the New Hampshire Army National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com/NH or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. New Car Nissan of Keene, your premier new Nissan and used car dealership near Keene. Discover the new car difference. American Steel Fabrications. Visit AmericanSteelFab.com. Fenton Family Dealerships, the tri-state area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Locally owned since 1986. Fieldstone Land Consultants, a professional engineering, land surveying, and environmental services company serving New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Vermont, and Maine. The Melanson Company, commercial and residential roofing since 1932. Engelberth Construction, we build relationships for life. Sullivan Tire, located on Winchester Street in Keene. We are always here to get you there. Noise Volkswagen, we look forward to guiding you on your Volkswagen mission. And the Best Western Plus Hotel, located at 401 Winchester Street in Keene. So that will do it for us tonight here on the Owls Media Network. The Keene State Owls win by a score of 4-2, going 5-0 against the NE10 Conference this season. This is Griffin Melanson, and I'm signing off for the night. Have a good night, and thank you for watching the Owls Media Network.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.